Shakti Shiva Tarot for another read for the collective. I'm sitting here pre-shuffling and I noticed at the bottom of this deck was the Lovers. This is not only two people who feel the same mutually. There's a mutual attraction. This is a divine connection, right? It's being portrayed here like the divine creation of Adam and Eve. But it could be any, like it could be Isis and Osiris, right? It could be any lovers that you deem to. Anyways, I was sitting here and I was looking at it, and obviously it's very Adam and Eve vibes here with the snake and the apple tree, right? And what they portray in the Bible is like that the snake is like temptation and like evil, right? But I see the snake as knowledge, wisdom. The point is that I don't see evil with the snake. I see an opportunity for an awakening. I see an opportunity for a rebirth, a higher knowledge, right? This is the wisdom, the truth that came. But then also on this side, I see over here some symbols, and I see Aries, I see Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo. I think they're all here. They're just kind of all, yeah, Aquarius. They're just all kind of like put into, I think this is Cancer. There's Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius, right? Gemini, Aries. So it's going through the zodiac wheel. But so this is also, to me, this is a choice, right? So there's a choice here. And, you know, this is two people who choose each other. So it's mutual. It's reciprocated. Wow. We have the Eagle 10. Observe your life from a higher perspective. So this is about zooming out. Karma. 26. Life is a mystical mirror. I mean, y'all are mirroring each other if you're in this twin flame energy, right? I already said there's mutual attraction here. So if you are feeling like unrequited love, or you feel like there is no flow or reciprocation from your person, then that might not be who we're talking about here. There might be someone else entering the scene that is better suited for you, higher. But also this could be that higher vision, right? The Lovers is that choice. I said that choice. And with the Eagle, it's like that choice to be free, right? Whereas, you know, old constructs of love and relationship are like, oh, that ball and chain, you know, very negative, like you're being tied down, caged. There's no freedom in love is what the Matrix, like, I feel like the Matrix way of love is, yeah. It's like this distorted version of like, oh, if you tie the knot, you're screwed for life. You know, you're ball and chain. You're never going to be free. You're never going to and I feel like that's just such a misperception of what true love really is. These are two people who are free in their love. These are two people who choose each other, and in that choosing they become free. There is no ball and chain, there is no entrapment, because they're choosing each other. So I feel like when the connection becomes this like this dynamic of feeling like caged, at that point you have to ask yourself, did I choose this person from my true heart's desire, or did I choose this person because what they could offer me? Maybe there's something lacking within me that I chose this person in order to fulfill that lack, right? And that lack can be a lot of things. It can be financial, but it can also be, you know, people who have like vitality and power and like, you know, whatever. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because we need to keep going. 10th house, the world, Chiron, healing. There is something that needs to be healed here, right? And there is big change that happens from this perspective shift, from this. It's like the eagle asks you to zoom out and see your situation from a higher perspective, because whatever is being shown to you right now, it's a mirror. It's a reflection of yourself. So don't think that that person has anything to do with that. This is like, they're just holding up the mirror to your own true self. So don't get mad at that person for, I don't know, maybe triggering you or showing you a side of yourself that's not so pretty, right? A side of yourself that you know that you need to work on. It's not fun. It's not pretty to be seen. And then the right ones will hold you accountable to that fucking mirror, right? And that's hard for the person that's holding you accountable too, because they love you and they know that this is something that they could potentially push you away, but they choose to tell you anyways because they love you. I feel like somebody would keep their mouth shut because they don't, right? And so there's this progression on this journey. Maybe for some of you this is travel, but this is, I mean, right now we have Chiron. Right now we have Chiron in Taurus. We have Aquarius, Aries, Saturn structure. I'm not going to take the ones that flipped down because there's too many. Aquarius, collaborate, Aries, act, Saturn structure. Yeah, you guys, some of you are about to create structure in your life. Act on something, maybe act on a relocation, act on a travel plan, act on a, you know, the 10th house is Capricorn. It is the house of work and finances. Look at that, Taurus. I was going to say Chiron is in Taurus right now. So, and it's going to be there for a while. So a lot of Taurus is the material world, finances. So I feel like a lot of people are feeling it in their pocket, feeling it in the resources department, feeling either the lack thereof, or, you know, for some people it's the opposite, right? It's the needing to maybe let go of some of these resources, right? Or like help, if you are in the position of having a lot of resources, help somebody who doesn't, right? But for those of you who have been struggling in the financial department, I feel like for a lot of people right now, this is going to be a lot of the healing of Chiron because it's in Taurus. So it's going to heal a lot of the material worlds and how we view our resources and our money and what we view to be valuable, right? Like for some people, value is in having fresh, clean food. To some people, value is having yachts and multiple homes, right? So I feel like there's something shifting in the dynamic of the way that we view the material world and how we value the things and the resources in our life. So we have Gemini co-collaborate or cross-pollinate, Cancer emerge, 10th house authority. So once again, we have the 10th house twice. This is about being your own authority. This is about like making your own plans, stepping into your own passions, your dreams. There's going to be, oh wow, look at that. The clock is ticking, but also divine timing. This is about shifting your perception. Wow. Okay. This is fucking crazy. So Capricorn twice on the table, but I feel like this is, like I said, this is about career, where your career is headed. It could be, you know, traveling. It could be relocating. It could be, like I said, you just becoming your own boss, becoming an entrepreneur and following your own path. Maybe you start something completely different, completely new that is, you know, changes the structure of how we view what being really abundant is, right? What, like I said, it's something about the views on what is valuable. And like, I feel like this is about someone's views are changing. Structure is being created. So we saw here, man, we've been seeing these two a lot, Aquarius and Gemini together. Collaborate and cross-pollinate. The other one was the 11th house. But anyways, Cancer, immerse, and Aries, act. Somebody wants to cross-pollinate and collaborate with you. I feel like this is going to be an emotional conversation. Someone is going to be pouring their emotions out. Do you see? The water bearer, the Aquarius is the water bearer. And now sometimes this is the knowledge too. Like I said, with the snake, you know, this is the wisdom, the knowledge. The Aquarius, the bearer of this knowledge, is in this vessel of the Aquarius. And the Aquarius's job in the zodiac is to share that knowledge with others, right? So this is about collaborating and cross-pollinating and creating something with another person, with a team member, with a partner. And it's going to change the trajectory of your career. It is going to bring something very plentiful to the world. It's going to create structure in your life. So the time to act is now. The time to act is now, because why? We have Chiron moving through Taurus, which is trying to create healing in your material life, in the way that you, like, where are you putting your time and efforts in? You know what I mean? Like, it's like the resources, where's your energy going? Is it going into resources that are building and creating your future? Or are they just empty, you know, fool's gold? And that reminds me of the Spirited Away movie. That one, the dude that comes with the white masks, and he gives the fool's gold, and he offers the fool's gold, the people fool's gold. It's gold, but the people don't know that until they take it, and then the guy gobbles them up, and they're like trapped inside, right? So it's like there's some fool's gold out there. There's gonna be some opportunities out there that they're gonna give you this like exact, you know, maybe the massive amounts of money, or the perfect picture of like what you want, you know? Ooh, yes, yes. The fucking snake with the apple, the temptation of like, oh, this is it, right? And then it makes me think of the old lady from Snow White. Yes, you know, be careful what you are being offered. The opportunities that come to you, because some of them are going to be fool's gold. Some of them, when you reach for the gold, you're going to get gobbled up by the dark side, by that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen Spirited Away, go watch it and you'll understand. But so it is time to immerse yourself in a project. And I feel like this is not just any project. This is a passion project with your divine counterpart, with your twin flame. And there are going to be temptations down that road. People trying to tempt you and your person sexually, with finances, with better opportunities, right? That pay more, that give more, right? But what they really do is entrap their souls. So be careful with who you are creating verbal and physical contracts with. 7/7 rebirth, personal freedom unleashed. Didn't I fucking say that at the beginning? I literally said freedom. This is the choice to realize that this love brings freedom, not entrapment. And so there's love out there that is going to try to trap you, because what they want is whatever they can receive from you materially. Ooh, man. 10/10, practice self-love, nurture your inner child. And this is really the only way to really know who's on your team and who's not. Having a healed inner child. The rescuer in the reverse assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Didn't I say that? Did I not say that? For some, people are going to offer you love and finances, and careers and things that you want only to trap you. It's to keep you in their grasp. I'm going to read that again. Assumes that the rescued will reciprocate. Keeps the rescued one needy. And I feel like I'm feeling more towards keeps the rescued one needy. And I'm being reminded of the analogy of the drug dealer and the drug addict. They both need each other. This is a codependent relationship. The drug dealer needs the addict to be an addict. Otherwise, he's out of a job. Think about that. This is what this reminds me of. The keeps the rescued one needy. So giving you the finances or the home or the job or the relationship that you want to keep you trapped, to keep you needy, to keep you needing them. And this is why I feel like I brought up that, I know I brought it up in the past. I don't know if I said it at the beginning, but it's like being careful of who you attach yourself to through these karmic situations, these karmic attachments, because if you are doing it, I did say it in this read, if you're doing it to fill a void that you are lacking, you will constantly be in need of that, whatever that other person is fulfilling in that relationship. So child orphan in the upright, it says independent, based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. So for some of you, this is needed. You need to, for those of you who are getting trapped with people who want to give you things because it keeps you needing them, okay? You needing them. You need to go out on your own. And this is huge healing Taurus energy. You need to go out on your own and do it on your own and know that, wow, look at this. And know that you are capable of doing this on your own, okay? And that is in itself the lesson and the healing that needs to be had here. Otherwise, you are always going to be attached codependently to these people who are going to want you to be in your lower energies. You have all of the ability to, look at that, keeping you trapped. This is also telling me that you are pulling yourself away. You're choosing to pull yourself away from these, and you are going on this healing journey. So kudos to you. It takes a lot of guts to actually step away from this kind of energy, because they're giving you exactly what you need, right? But it's only to entrap you and to keep you stuck. 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, you have to go and do this on your own. You have to build this 9 of Pentacles, this financial stability on your own, okay? But I feel like for those of you who are there and you're watching this, now it is about co-creating with a healthy person who is also there, not fulfilling if you are still in a deficit and you are feeling like you're attaching to anybody because they can offer you anything, whether it be emotional support or financial support, you are doing it to fill a void. It is always going to keep you attached and codependent. So this is about these towers, those relationships that are keeping you bound because they are codependent like that, they're crumbling. So anything that is not divine, anything that is not coming from a place of a heart center, from a heart's desire, from light, from love, is going to be crumbled by the divine. And wow, look at that. The Emperor. Your divine counterpart is coming in. They are ready to take action, but first they are creating their own stability, emotional and financial stability within. And if this is you, then this is you taking the lead in your own life and creating the emotional and financial stability for yourself in order for you to be able to stand your ground in a healthy relationship.